He was the anchor man, and he finally retired.
What do you think he's doing in retirement now, as we look back here?
I'm relaxing. Taking it easy.
It's got to suck. Tom Brokaw, you reported all the heavy news that hit us in this generation, and now, what do you think he's doing? Seriously, did he take up badminton or something?
He would love to have talked about the bombings in London, but nothing. He had to sit there and watch it on television.
I bet he pontificates around his friends and annoys them. Like, something happened, he goes, well, you know what I think? No, and nor do we care.
No one cares, Tom.
This is what I think of Tom Brokaw.
Oh, no.
What do you think?
You had nothing.
Fucking girl farts.
Nothing came out.
What was that?
I had something, but I figured if I pushed a little harder...
Oh, it was going to all come out?
I think Tom Brokaw's a turtle.
If I pushed any harder, I would have been playing bingo in my underpants.
This is what I think of Tom Brokaw. I'm shitting myself.
That's right.
That's right.
Tom Brokaw looks like rice pudding.
Tom Brokaw retires. We discuss it. Check it out. Laser sounds right here.
The worst of Opie and Anthony.
All right, well, last night was a very sad day, Anthony.
Oh, sad?
Very sad day in broadcasting.
Yes.
It was Tom Brokaw's last night.
Yeah, you
doing the NBC Nightly News.
You got to give it to the guy. Pretty dignified. I think he...
I liked him the best out of the three.
No real scandals.
Peter Jennings
involving him.
Peter Jennings is good.
Except
smooth.
for
a liberal
tax
douche.
cunts.
Huh?
Peter Jennings is a liberal douche.
The Canadian.
Yeah, of course.
Well, there's Tom right now as we talk about him. Doing his last broadcast.
Saying good night for the last time.
So, he did his last broadcast last night.
Getting a little choked up, a little teary-eyed.
It was pretty much Tom Brokaw day all day long on NBC yesterday.
On NBC. Isn't that funny when that happens? The other stations just don't even hit on it. But it's the hugest news ever on Channel 4 and the NBC stations.
Oh, they go in for the close-up to see his teary eyes.
Watch his mouth just acrobatics trying to wrap his lips around the words.
So there was an uncomfortable moment on the Today Show yesterday morning.
Oh, they figured they would break out the champagne and the Today Show. Tom started on the Today Show years ago. He was on there. And they figured they would give him a little toast, a little send-off.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy starts, getting all choked up. It's just, you don't want to see that. It's like watching your dad get all choked up.
Thank God we'll never get to that point.
Huh?
We'll never get to that point where we know it's our last broadcast.
No, we get thrown off.
Yeah, we'll go out in a blaze of glory, thank God, because I don't want to be old and have to look at Anthony for the last time and go, this is the last time I'm going to see you.
This is the last show.
Right.
I remember when we started. Whip 'em out Wednesday.
It's safe to say that'll never happen.
No.
We will blow this up again, and that'll be it. That's the way to go out.
We get fired in our prime.
You don't want
we do.
You don't want anyone telling you it's over. You just want to blow it up yourself.
Have to look at Slappy and Wappy waiting to take your seat the next day.
Yeah.
Young go-getters. Hey, O&A, big fans, grew up listening to you guys. It's going to be so exciting to take your places. That's very good. Let me give you boys some advice. Yeah, great. Okay, yeah. Goodbye.
Right.
Could you just, get your seat out of here? It smells like hemorrhoid cream. Oh, you got to be that guy.
It's like that movie with Jack Nicklaus.
Jack Nicholson.
Nicholson, sorry. No.
I just watched it last night. About Schmidt.
Holy S. Dude, that movie's so depressing.
I know.
That I laugh really hard.
It's horrible.
I look at that as a comedy.
It's a horrible movie.
It's hilarious.
He's retiring, and his life is just like a waste. And
he's retiring, and they throw him the retirement dinner, and they give him a stupid watch, and the new guy. That's what reminded me of
the young go-getter.
The young go-getter's waiting to take over for him, and he was, he was the center of attention as a retirement party, and everything's great. And then remember when he has nothing to do and he goes back to the office and he's trying to teach the go-getter how it's done and give him some advice. And just like you said, the go-getter's like, whatever.
Sure.
And then he leaves the office and he sees all the files that he collected for 20, 30 years in the dumpster.
Yep.
Dude, I laughed so freaking hard at that.
They're in the dumpster? I don't remember that part.
Oh, he walks past he leaves the office after trying to give this new kid some advice, how the job's done and stuff, because he has all this expertise and knowledge that he built up over the years. And the kid can't be bothered because I forget why. I think he's got, a lunch appointment or he's just distracted, right? So then Jack finally leaves the office and he sees the dumpster with his old files.
His whole body of work, everything he lived and worked for years and years and years amounted to garbage. And he is being replaced, and, they got their ways, and they don't even need his files. Like, I'm sure he assumed if they came upon a problem, they could look in his files and reference what he did and stuff, and it just meant nothing. I laughed so hard Dude,
at
when
that
he
movie.
comes home and the vacuum sound is
exactly
going.
Exactly.
And his wife is
Can I explain why that movie's really funny?
Funny?
Yeah, because they're pulling at your heartstrings, okay?
Yeah,
I got
really
that.
trying.
I got that early on that this is going to be a brutal movie about everything going wrong with an older guy with his life, right? But they pushed it to the limit that I couldn't be sad anymore. I just started laughing because you just knew what was coming. You're like, oh, it's going to get worse than this. Then he comes home and the vacuum cleaner's running and his wife's dead.
Wife's dead on the floor with her
like,
shoe off. She's laying there on her stomach. The vacuum she was using is still running, so it's just you hear the vacuum going, and her feet are all askew, and one shoe is hanging off.
Yeah,
right where she just dropped dead.
That's exactly the way you'd find somebody dead. I love that scene too with the vacuum going.
Yeah,
awful.
So I was with the movie, and what they were trying to, bring across. But then it got so ridiculous. I took it the other way. I'm like, now this is really funny.
Yeah.
When he takes the mobile home across the country to see his daughter, who could care less about him.
I know. Yeah.
And all of a sudden, he's pulling up to his childhood home. I already knew that was just going to be something else.
He had a little smile on his face. He was so excited to go back to his childhood home that was there, 60 years ago.
Right. And I already knew that it was just going to be just brutal. I started laughing. I actually got yelled at. There was a bunch of ladies watching the film behind me, and they started yelling at me like, that's not funny. And it turns out to be a tire store?
A tire store.
His old childhood home.
His old house
where
was
he has all
knocked
these
down.
memories.
And there wasn't even a hint that a house had been there.
Right.
It's like a tire store and a big parking lot around
Wasn't
it.
he in the middle of the tire store going, this is about where my bedroom was or something like that?
He goes, I grew up here.
Right.
And the guy goes,
yeah, whatever,
the tire
dude.
store?
You want some radios?
And he's like,
you
yep.
care less.
Yeah, no one cared about him at all.
Now, that's one of those movies. It wasn't supposed to be a comedy, but they took it so far that I couldn't help but laugh. Couldn't help but laugh.
That horrific scene that got all the publicity was what's her face?
Kathy Bates being naked.
Kathy Bates getting into the hot tub.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow, what a world of hurt.
Yeah, that was a little rough.
I think she's showing up tomorrow for cherry darts. I think Steve booked her.
Did you like that movie though?
No. It was one of those movies that was just kind of on, and then I was looking over my shoulder as I was playing EverQuest 2 and kind of paying attention to it. And it just ends kind of.
Yeah, I go to movies like Tuesday afternoons with the old ladies. That's what they do, I guess, on Tuesdays. And I was leaving the movie theater just going, man, that was a great comedy. I swear to God.
It was a very depressing movie.
It was depressing. I'll explain it. So then walking out, and the old ladies are just pissed off. They're like, I thought that was supposed to be a comedy. And I'm saying to myself, it was for me.
They thought it was supposed to be a comedy?
Yeah, because I guess the coming attractions for that movie, they showed all the kind of funny moments.
Ha-ha.
No, there were funny moments in the movie, and they strung those together, and we were talking about this yesterday, how they market movies in a weird way. Right. And so they market that movie like it was kind of a dark comedy.
Yeah.
And it certainly wasn't.
Well, I got it confused. Funny you say that. I got the movie confused with that other movie that came out with Jack Nicholson.
Dude, I've been making that mistake my whole life. Every time I'm thinking of the actor or the golfer, I have to consciously think of his name.
What was the comedy he was just in?
Don't tell me that awful one with him and the girl.
That wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
it really wasn't
scream
that
at
bad.
each other. They both see each other naked.
With Kay Corleone, there.
Not as good as it gets. With Diane Keaton.
Diane Keaton.
That wasn't that bad.
I didn't see it, but I thought. Now, last night I thought that's what was on. I thought that was the movie.
Oh, okay.
So as I'm watching it, I'm waiting for the funny. And, there he is retiring, and his life is in the garbage, and his wife is dead on the floor. I'm like, wait, is this the movie with Diane Keaton?
What's the name of that movie?
As good as it gets?
No. That's the Oscar winner.
Something's got to give. Thank you,
Something's got to
Derek.
give.
Yeah, something's got to give.
Ugh.
Yeah, like that would happen in real life. You'd blow off the hot piece of ass for the old hag. No. I mean, no offense to the older ladies out there. That ain't happening ever.
It ain't going
What
to
were we talking
happen.
about? Oh, so Tom Brokaw.
Oh, yes. His little send-off on the Today Show. And he got a little choked up. And it was kind of hard to watch. You got a little clip?
Yeah, no, I was being handed a note. Yeah, so he was on the Today Show with everybody around him, giving him a send-off. Before his last broadcast, by the way.
We'll leave you now with Tom Brokaw's goodbye.
He stopped by the Today Show this morning, and Katie, Matt, and the gang toasted Tom. Very special.
It's from a song, but nobody does it better, and no one ever has, Tom.
Well, it's very sweet. It's been a great privilege. And cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Congratulations and all the best.
That's just awful. Who wants to see that?
He really cried. I thought he just stopped himself.
Oh, no, he couldn't even talk. He was so choked up.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Drink up, everybody. I'm fucking cocked. I get a little emotional. I love champagne. The bubbles tickle my nose. Guys, can I have one more week, please? I don't want to go. It's like Jack Nicholson. I mean Nicholas. I mean, in that movie.
It's like seeing your dad cry. You don't want to see your dad
You never
cry
want to see
ever.
that. Oh, you never want to see that. Oh.
Yeah.
Tom Brokaw, NBC Nightly.
So then...
No.
So then we got his final words on...
Yes, here it is. His
NBC Nightly News.
This is last.
This was his send-off.
Yes.
Last night.
Well, the time is here. We've been through a lot together, through dark days and nights and seasons of hope and joy. Whatever the story, I had only one objective, to get it right. When I failed, it was personally painful, and there was no greater urgency than course correction. On those occasions, I was grateful for your forbearance and always mindful that your patience and attention didn't come with a lifetime warranty. I was not alone here, of course. I am simply the most conspicuous part of a large, thoroughly dedicated and professional staff that extends from just beyond these cameras across the country and around the world, in too many instances in places of grave danger and personal hardship, and their family to me. What have I learned here? More than we have time to recount this evening, but the enduring lessons through the decades are these. It's not the questions that get us in trouble. It's the answers. And just as important, no one person has all the answers. Just ask a member of the generation that I came to know well, the men and women who came of age in the Great Depression, who at great personal sacrifice saved the world in World War II and returned home to dedicate their lives to improving the nation they had already served so nobly. They weren't perfect, no generation is, but this one left a large and vital legacy of common effort to find common ground here and abroad in which to solve our most vexing problems. They did not give up their personal beliefs and greatest passions, but they never stopped learning from each other, and most of all, they did not give up on the idea that we're all in this together. We still are, and it is in that spirit that I say thanks for all that I have learned from you. That's been my richest reward. That's Nightly News for this Wednesday night. I'm Tom Brokaw. You'll see Brian Williams here tomorrow night, and I'll see you
Scumbag.
along the way.
So thanks for the memory.
Tom, thanks. That was great.
No, I really wanted to.
Come on, Tom. You got to go.
No.
Take his mic off.
I'm not giving up my...
Take his mic off. Get him out of the seat. We got to get him out of here. Come on.
Turn the music off. I'm staying.
Come on. Brian Williams is waiting in the wing. You got to go, Tom.
I don't want to go.
Go get your mobile home. Go.
Give me another week. Look, I'm retired.
Go.
I don't want to retire anymore. I don't want to retire anymore. Please, can I stay just a little longer? I want to stay. I want to stay. What the hell am I supposed to do? Take a motor home and to see my daughter? Have my Hummels fall off the roof as I drive away with the candles lighting? Find my wife dead with a vacuum cleaner going and her shoe slightly askew. What a horrible day that will be. I just want to stay here on NBC Nightly and lose. Come on. Who wants me to stay? Raise your hand. Come on, put your hands up, guys.
Look at the TV. They already got the new commercials for Brian Williams. Your yesterday's news. Yesterday you're drinking champagne. Today they got the new commercials on TV. Ain't life a bitch?
I walked out back yesterday and I saw my segment I did on the Berlin Wall coming down in the dumpster. It was horrible. All my work, all the work I put into it. My touching tribute to the brave souls that lost their lives on the Challenger. It was sitting there on banana peels and garbage juice. I pulled Brian Williams aside and told him there is no greater thing than to be a communicator to the... And he was like, yeah, whatever. Whatever, Tom. My seat now. I was there getting my mic turned off by Opie.
No, I didn't do that one. But it is time for you to go, so maybe that made sense there.
Please, just a little bit longer. Oh, please stay, Tom Brokaw, just a little bit longer. We want to do the news just a little bit more. And if Brian Williams can go fuck himself, then I'll stay a little longer. No?
No, it's over, Tom. I'm sorry. We already had the commercials running for Brian Williams. You're done.
Wear the old fishing hat. Talk about the loons by the lake. What am I supposed to do? I was in the woods and I got lost. I was so scared. The hell am I supposed to do?
That's for you to figure out,
Walk
I guess.
around? Maybe I could get the Tom Brokaw Little Rascal scooter. That'll be dignified. After being the great newscaster for so many years, there I'll be. Oh, let me turn the lights on. This is a great fucking life I have now. Listening to the old bags screaming all the time. There I was on top of the Berlin Wall as it came down.
And now
I'm hearing, Tom, time to take out the garbage. It's your turn.
Yeah,
she has no clue what I went through. There I was, the end of an era of the communists in Russia.
Yeah, you were there when they
Curtain
took down the Berlin Wall.
Came down. Remember the shot of me giving the news as the big heavy hammers were coming down on the Berlin Wall? Remember that?
Yeah, you had a lot of youth back then.
Now I get, put the goddamn seat down, Tom. I like the toilet paper coming out under the roll, not over the top. Like it makes a difference.
What?
Makes a... Sometimes I have trouble catching my breath. I don't know why. Like it makes a...
Tom, you have no place else to go.
I have no place else to go. I got no place else. I got nothing.
Don't you do that.
Don't you do...
Can remind you of your lines, Tom. Now that you're older.
It's over, Johnny.
It's over, Tommy.
It's over, Johnny.
It's over, Tommy.
Don't you do it!
Don't you do it. Don't you.
I got nowhere else to go!
I got nowhere else to go.
I got nowhere else to go!
What do I have? What do I have?
I got nothing else.
You have nothing else, Tom.
Except a gerbil in his asshole.
Allegedly.
Here, that old gag.
That old gag.
It's done.
You're finally done there, Tom.
I'm done. I'm going to have to take some time and sit. I agreed to do other stories for NBC, though, and I'm sure they'll really pay a lot of attention to that and give it a lot of time.
Of course they will.
I want to do my documentary on the whippoorwill. I'm sure they'll just promote the shit out of that one. Opie and Anthony get more promotion on XM than I will get on NBC News.
Tom, you sound a little woozy today.
Well,
were you celebrating last night?
Sharing some champagne with Katie Couric.
Yeah, sounds like you overindulged last night after your
did.
last broadcast.
Actually, I was hanging out at a downtown Manhattan bar with your own Ben Sparks.
Oh, that's why Ben's not here.
Yes, we were tying one on, and I had a little bit of bad
sushi.
Hey. I had a little bit of bad.
You know, Tom, there's one thing I want to ask you. You know, you don't have to answer to anyone anymore, and you seem a little woozy.
This is true.
How do you really feel, just in general?
Well, I might as well put a bullet in my head. I'd rather be on NBC Nightly News, but I was pushed out. I actually didn't retire. At least I don't have to leave in disgrace. Like,
how do you feel about your colleagues? How do you feel about Katie Couric?
Katie Couric?
Yeah.
Her best segment was when they were snaking a tube up her ass live on television for her her asshole checkup. It was lovely. They really showed her best side.
You thought that was pretty ridiculous, right?
Yeah, that was kind of ridiculous. I would never do that.
What about Matt Lauer? You don't have to hold back anymore.
Matt Lauer.
Yeah.
Matt Lauer.
Lauer.
2 words. Faggot. That's what I think about it.
Hey, you can say that now.
I liked the colored guy when he was a little more rotund.
Yeah?
Yeah, what the hell's his name?
Al Roker?
Al Roker.
You like the fat version of Al Roker?
I like the fat, jolly Al Roker. The skinnier he gets, the more threatening he gets to me. I don't know why that is. I like the hey version a little better. Like I would walk up to him and go, hey, and he'd go,
All right, well, I want to wish you luck there, Tom.
Thank you.
Like I'm really talking to Tom.
Here I am, now signing off.
Yeah, for the last time.
For the last time. Oh, please, I'll be back on this program. Half the impressions died. Do you think I'm going to let this one go?
Yeah, exactly.
Not for a second.
All right, Tom.
Do a whole retrospective and listen to me say words like Achille Lauro. Achille Lauro.
A what?
Where they threw poor Leon King out. Achille Lauro. There's terrorists Abu Abba throwing up on the deck of the JFK Jr. Remember my report when he went down?
Oh yeah.
And they took the Navy ship Grasp,
right,
and tried to find his body and that of his nagging wife that killed him. If the bitch only would have gotten off the cell phone and kept her yap shut, perhaps he would have landed. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just watching television.
Tom.
Yes. Oh, I was a little woozy again.
It's time.
Nodding off. I've been up late.
It's time for your final words. You know what they have to be.
Is it NBC Nightly News?
No.
Is this?
It's the last words.
Is this courage?
It's the last words Anthony and I and Jim Norton said.
Is it what's the frequency, Kenneth?
When we got canceled.
I'll laugh. Beat the shit out of that idiot.
At WNEW. You do know what you have to say.
Yes, I do. Tom Brokaw, your mom's box.
Your mom's box.
Your mom's box.
Your mom's box. I wish we had the Hulk walking away music as you said that. That would be nice, but
we're here at St. Pat's and we're doing the balloon knot. No?
No.
Can't use that line? Where the hell is that? I know it's here somewhere. Press a button and pull a chain. Out comes a chocolate choo-choo train.
There it is, Tom.
There it is. Your mom's box.
It's time to go, Tom.
I say these words. Your mom's box. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Wait, now that was your final words. It has to be your mom's box.
Okay, goodbye.
All right, bye.
Your mom's box.
No, your mom's box.
Your mom's box.
Say
goodbye,
then your mom's box.
Your mom's box, goodbye.
No, the other way.
Who's on first?
Your final words have to be your mom's box.
Your mom's box. NBC Nightly News.
Wicked ass. All right.
Tune in tomorrow when some young fuck will be in my seat.
That's right.
Your mom's box.
All right. Bye, Tom.
Nightly News.
All right. Thank you.
Your mom's box.
All right. Bye.